And welcome everyone to my Flight Sim World. I'm Dave Peoples, and today we are going to do our third leg of our Alaskan journey. But as you've noticed, I have switched aircraft, and the reason I switched is because of the altitudes we're going to be flying today, and the Quest Kodiak would be at its limits. And I just think it would be better to fly in something more suitable for the altitudes. So we're going to fly the Eclipse 550. And it's a twin-engine small jet, personal private jet. But we will be able to see just as much as we would from the Quest Kodiak. But we will be able to travel quite a bit faster, which is a good thing. Which I am joining the last two legs together and just making one. I had planned on going up to Mount McKinley and then back down and then taking another leg. But since we'll be flying the Eclipse 550 and the speeds we can go, I just decided to put them all into one leg. And this will be our final Alaskan journey leg 3. So as you can see, I need to get things going here, so let's get inside and get things going. Okay, I want to do a little stuff here. We'll hit ground, I'll remove the chocks, and I'll shut the door. And if we look back outside, all that is gone. Okay, so we'll start by turning on the left and right batteries. Alright, left and right batteries are on. We will give it the right, whoa, wait just a minute, let me check. Bus ties. Okay, let's go to turn the left engine on first. See it start to spool up here. This is a very easy aircraft to fly, start up. Loading the GPS is very easy. There we go. Now we can start the right engine. Okay, I'll go ahead and turn on the left generator. And when the right engine gets up, I'll turn on the right generator. There it goes. Turn on the right generator. Okay. Now that we've done that, we will put the cabin air to normal. It's a must. We must do that. And turn on our, turn on landing lights, or taxi recon lights, nav lights, both beacon lights, and wing lights, engine left, engine right, cabin, dome, footwell, and we'll leave the master on daytime. We'll turn that up. And basically, that's it. That's all there is to it to start this baby up. And if we go here, hit continue, I do believe my flight plan is not in there. So I need to enter the flight plan, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. So all those who have not seen me load up the GPS in the Eclipse 550, here is your chance to look and learn. Okay, we are at Anchorage, which is PANC. So we will enter PANC. Come over here, click on it. And now we're going to add our first waypoint. First waypoint is going to be PATK. PATK. And we will click on it here, and it's got it there. Our next waypoint is going to be right at Mount McKinley, which is going to be MOUTN. that is the waypoint, believe it or not. So we will enter that. And then after we leave Mount McKinley, our next waypoint will be PAKX. PAKX. We'll enter that. And then our next waypoint will be JASGO, which is JASGO. Enter that. And then our final waypoint, go down next page, which will be PAEN. PAEN, which is, you pronounce that however you want. I'm going to say Kenai Municipal Airport, and that will be our final waypoint. Okay, GPS is loaded up now, and we can turn this back off, and we can, well, wait a minute, let's go back to back, and we'll hit the map, and as you can see, it's loaded in our map, so that is good. We'll just leave that on the map view. Now we'll go down to the second bottom GPS here. We will click continue, and we will click autopilot. Isn't that amazing? OTTO, autopilot. So we'll click him. We'll turn our flight director on, and let's see, our altitude's already set for 25,000 feet. Our vertical speed is already set for 1,600 feet per minute. So we're looking good there. Nothing else to do there. I will give it 1 degree of flaps, and we are ready to go. And that's all there is to it. This is a very simple aircraft, but I thought I'd just go ahead and let you see how to load up the GPS here. And it's a very simple aircraft. It's amazing how more simple aircraft are becoming. So anyway, let's taxi out of here and get on with our flight. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let this truck decide where it wants to go here. Well, he's just determined to get in our way today, isn't he? Okay, we're going to make a left right here. I was going a little too fast there. I got preoccupied and wasn't realizing how fast I was going. That is a no-no. But I was able to slow myself down. So we're going to go on down here to the beginning of this runway and take off. just had a commercial aircraft take off in front of us. We'll hold right here for just a second. Make sure nothing is coming. Looking good there. Looking good there. Alright, we'll get out of here so we can take off. And here we go. Alright, 90 knots, we can take off. Got a positive rate of climb, gear up. Gear up. We can put our flaps up. Flaps up. We can turn our autopilot on. Turn our navigation on. Okay, folks, we're at our cruising altitude of 25,000 feet. And if you notice in the distance, the tallest mountain there, that's Mount McKinley. So we should be approaching it pretty soon. And I will try to give you as many spectacular views as I can. So I'm gonna shut my trap and just let you see. You will notice the glaciers that run down from the mountains here. I don't know exactly what their names are, but I listed all the names of the glaciers in the beginning of the video. Well, there you go. A great view of Mount McKinley that you probably would not get to see a lot of people, but this is an opportunity for you to look down upon it. The highest peak of North America. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those views of Mount McKinley. And we're heading back down on our next leg of our waypoint here, which is about 160 miles from here. So a lot of Alaskan tundra again, and then we got some mountain ranges up here. I may decrease my altitude down some so we can get a better look at the mountain peaks when we go by here. They're not as huge or as tall as what we just saw, but you know. So anyway, I'm going to join you when we get closer to the mountains here. Okay, I've dropped to 20,000 feet, so we can get a little bit closer view to these mountains here. I'm not sure which mountains they are. We go by quite a few. But anyway, just enjoy the views that I give you. Okay, we're making our last turn to head over to Kenai, and I hope you've had a great flight with us today. And we got about 80 some miles before we get to Jasco, and then we'll make probably just one more slight turn before we head into our landing area of Kenai. That's where we're landing. So anyway, just sit back and relax, and I'll show you some more views, and probably in about, I don't know, probably about 25 more miles I'll start making my descent, a slow descent. Well, won't have to be in a hurry. And anyway, so much for that, and I'll join you as we get closer to Kenai. We will be crossing Cook Inlet before we get over to Kenai, so I don't know how much further that would be. Looking here at the map, not too far, so I'll give you some more views, and I'll join you later. As you can see in the distance, that body of water there is Cook Inlet, and when we cross it to the other side, we'll be at our final destination. And I have enjoyed doing the Alaskan journey, and I hope that you have enjoyed watching it. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing in the future, or exactly where we will go, but after this I'm just not sure, but you'll know when I decide to go somewhere, and put it on video. I like doing this. I get a lot of fun out of it, and I hope you get plenty of enjoyment looking at places that you might not otherwise get to see. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now, and we'll get across the inlet here. We'll be approaching our final destination. I'll join you then. Okay, we're almost to our last waypoint before Kenai. We're coming up on Jasco, and we should be making that turn. Here we go. And we have about 17 more miles to go before we reach Kenai. So now we've made our turn. I'm down to the altitude I want to be at for my final approach for landing. So when I get closer to Kenai and I'm ready to take it off autopilot and land, I will join you. Okay, it's time to take it off autopilot. And it's time for me to take control of the aircraft and come in for a landing. So sit back and enjoy. This aircraft is very touchy. I almost have to learn this aircraft after flying the Kodiak, because the Kodiak you get a little play in the yoke, but you don't get any play hardly at all in the yoke of this Eclipse. Put our gear down.
1,000.
First, notch your flaps, give it some gas. Second, notch your flaps. A little bit more fuel.
400.
Hold it about 90 knots.
300. 200.
A little windy here. It's kind of blowing me to the right some.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, we are down. And I'm sorry about my phone, folks. I should have turned it off. But welcome to Kenai Municipal Airport in Alaska. And like I say, I hope you have enjoyed the Alaskan journey as much as I have. It was new for me, and I know it was new to a lot of you. So I will join you when I get parked over in parking. Okay, there you have it. We are finished with our Alaskan journey. And so on behalf of my technical advisor and myself, we thank you for joining us. And if you like our videos, please like, and if you would, share my videos with as many people as possible. I'd like to get it out there so they can be viewed. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Dave Peoples saying so long from my Flight Sim World.